Luka Magic.
Luka Magic.
Luka Magic, I want magic.
We need to start with some Luka Magic.
From the streets of Ljubljana to the bright lights of the NBA, Luka Dončić has been a basketball prodigy since the very beginning. His skill, vision, and flair for the dramatic have captivated fans worldwide, earning him a place among the game's elite. But how did a young boy from Slovenia rise to global superstardom? Join us as we uncover the story behind Luka's journey and explore the magic that makes him one of the most electrifying players of all time.
They can get in touch with me, hardly ever in the city. They just know I'm getting bigger, they just know a nigga busy. I've been running all them digits.
Luka Dončić, born on February 28, 1999, in Ljubljana, the capital of Slovenia, to Miriam Portobin, a beauty salon owner, and Sasha Dončić, a former basketball player and coach. According to his family, Dončić first held a basketball at just 7 months old, and by the age of 1 was already making plays on a miniature hoop in his room. Every Christmas, a new basketball topped his wish list. Despite already owning plenty, he always managed to find a new one he had his eye on. In elementary school, his gym teacher quickly recognized his athletic talent. Initially, he excelled as a runner, standing out in track events before discovering his abilities in other sports.
He started when he was 6 years old, but before that he did all kinds of sports. But I think in the end he saw that he is the best in basketball.
Luka grew up stalking the sidelines at his father's games, trying to sneak in as many halftime jumpers as he could. His father Sasha, a creative and well-respected player in Slovenia, was a major influence. And from an early age, it was clear that Luka was different, special with the ball in his hands.
He was always playing with the ball, but I was never thinking so much about this because for me it was only important that he's happy.
At just 7 years old, he began playing organized basketball at his primary school in Ljubljana, often standing out as the best player on the court. In 2007, a change of scenery came when his father Sasha left the Slovenian pro club Domžale for Union Olimpija, one of the top professional teams in Slovenia. Around the same time, a longtime family friend and coach at Olimpija's youth academy invited Luka to train with the club's under-18. At just 8 years old, a skinny but fiercely determined Dončić made an unforgettable first impression, dominating his first practice so thoroughly that within just 16 minutes, the coaches moved him up to the under-11 age group.
When he decided to score, he scored. That's how easy it was. He was a magician.
By age 12, Luka was already regarded as a prodigy across Europe, dominating under-12 and under-13 tournaments throughout the continent. Standing at an imposing 6'2", he was a walking triple-double and a relentless scoring machine. His performances didn't go unnoticed, with high-level scouts taking interest. Real Madrid's youth sports director extended an invitation for Dončić to compete for the club in the Mini-Copa tournament, a junior version of Spain's prestigious Copa del Rey, an opportunity that would change the course of his career. And Dončić seized the moment, delivering a standout performance, racking up 20 points for Real Madrid in the final against our arch-rival Barcelona, which earned him MVP honors and helped Real Madrid secure a second-place finish. Igniting the growing interest between him and the Spanish powerhouse. Returning home, Dončić elevated his game even further. In April 2012, the 13-year-old put on a historic performance at the Under-13 Lido di Roma tournament, erupting for 54 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists in the championship game, securing yet another MVP award. Luka's standout performances earned him a coveted deal with Real Madrid, one of the most prestigious destinations for young athletes in Europe. At just 13 years old, he signed a 5-year contract with the club, leaving his homeland of Slovenia to train at Real Madrid's basketball academy in Spain.
To move to Madrid, to everything new, so it was hard.
If you go away from home with 13 years old, you become very mature. So this helped him to develop in basketball too, of course.
I know a lot of people told me, you're too young to go, but I didn't want to listen to them, I want to listen to me.
And while life off the court was different, one thing remained the same: his sheer dominance with the ball in his hand.
Dončić up top, oh my Lord, are you kidding me?
In 2013, Dončić led Real Madrid to a victory in the Mini Copa Endesa, delivering a dominant performance with averages of 24.5 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 steals per game. In the tournament's final, he showcased his all-around brilliance, posting 25 points, 16 rebounds, and 5 steals to propel his team past FC Barcelona and claim MVP honors. The following season, Dončić primarily played for Real Madrid's under-18 and reserve teams. However, it was the next year in 2015 that marked Dončić's arrival on the big stage. He made his professional debut for Real Madrid in April of that year, sinking his only 3-point attempt in under 2 minutes of play. At just 16 years, 2 months and 2 days old, he became the youngest player ever to suit up for Real Madrid in the ACB, and the 3rd youngest in league history. For those unfamiliar, the ACB is Spain's top professional basketball league, featuring domestic competition throughout the country. The clubs also participate in EuroLeague as well, where top teams from different countries compete to see who is the best team throughout Europe. And with Real Madrid being one of the most highly touted teams on the continent, Luka participated in both leagues throughout his Real career.
Dončić step back, 3-pointer for the game, you eat that!
Making his EuroLeague debut in October of that year at just 16 years old. The following month, he delivered a breakout performance.
Levanta Luka Dončić, triple de Luka Dončić, espectacular!
Posting a season-high 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, setting a new ACB record for the most points and highest performance index rating by any player under 17. With a strong first professional season behind him, Dončić looked to take his game to the next level. During the 2017 EuroLeague playoffs, he led Real Madrid to a EuroLeague Final Four berth. By season's end, Dončić's stellar play earned him the EuroLeague Rising Star Award, as well as the ACB Best Young Player Award, solidifying his status as one of the brightest young talents in European basketball. And year after year, he seemed only to build on his success.
Stadium is Luka Dončić! Oh my goodness, the net never moved!
He started his 2017-2018 campaign by shining on the international stage at EuroBasket, the top basketball championship in Europe for national teams. For the tournament, Luka chose to represent his home country, Slovenia, and quickly became the driving force behind their historic run. In the quarterfinals, playing in front of an arena packed with NBA scouts and executives, Luka erupted for 27 points in a showdown against Kristaps Porzingis and Latvia. Just 2 days later, the 18-year-old delivered a near triple-double in an upset victory over Spain in the semifinals.
Dončić, another jumper, banks it in!
He outshined seasoned stars like Ricky Rubio and the Gasol brothers, leading Slovenia to its first ever gold medal match.
Good evening, folks, and welcome. It's the final of the FIBA EuroBasket. Now Dončić explodes up the court. He takes it all the way. Oh! How about that from Luka Dončić?
Unfortunately, Dončić suffered a sprained ankle in the third quarter of the final match, cutting his night short. But luckily for Slovenia, they still had Goran Dragic, who carried the team to victory over Serbia.
Slovenia are on top of the EuroBasket world, folks. The best team in European basketball for the first time in their history.
Dončić earned a well-deserved spot on the all-tournament team. His electrifying non-game performance cemented itself as one of the most impressive runs by a prospect in EuroBasket history.
Wonder boy. He's gonna be the best player in Europe in a couple of years. Trust me on that. Europe? In NBA too.
I just can't believe we did it, you know. Nobody believed in us, nobody thought that we could win, and we just did it.
At Real Madrid, Dončić took on a much larger role as the primary scorer and leader of the team. In his very first EuroLeague game of the season, he exploded for a career-high 27 points.
Pulling up from downtown and draining it from downtown is Luka Dončić.
Later that month, he made history as the youngest player ever to be named EuroLeague MVP of the month. A few months later in May, Dončić made history once again, recording 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in just 22 minutes of play. Marking the first triple-double in the ACB since the 06-07 season, and only the 7th in league history. Just weeks later, he led Real Madrid to a EuroLeague championship.
And Real Madrid has taken the trophy to become the new Turkish Airlines EuroLeague champions.
Capping off a stellar season by being named EuroLeague MVP, becoming the youngest player ever to win the award. Dončić was also named ACB Best Young Player and ACB MVP after guiding Real Madrid to an ACB league title. With his European career reaching its peak, Luka officially declared for the NBA draft. He was only the 12th Slovenian player ever to enter the draft, and was widely considered a can't-miss prospect.
No doubt, no hesitation, take Luka Dončić with the #1 overall pick.
If you watch this young player play at all, you know he's all about winning.
It didn't matter if it was Antetokounmpo, Porzingis, or even Dirk Nowitzki. No player has ever done what he's doing.
But one team valued him more than anyone else, the Dallas Mavericks. However, there was one problem. Dallas held the 5th overall pick, just outside the range where Dončić was expected to be taken. That's when Mavericks owner Mark Cuban got on the horn, determined to make a deal. And a deal he made.
With the 3rd pick in the 2018 NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Luka Dončić.
We got Luka here, and I know you're wearing an Atlanta hat, but if a trade goes through according to Woj, you will actually be headed to Dallas.
Dallas received the #3 overall pick, and while Atlanta received Dallas's selection at #5, Trae Young, and a top 5 protected pick for the following year. And with that, the Mavericks landed the generational talent they'd been searching for. Dončić also became the highest drafted Slovenian player in NBA history, fulfilling his childhood dream of making it to the big stage. But of course, Luka had plenty to prove. While Europe already recognized him as a special talent, much of the world, especially the United States, was still unfamiliar with the Slovenian superstar.
Luka Dončić with the full corner on the buzzer. Are you kidding me?
However, as he had done so many times before, Dončić wasted no time making his mark on basketball's biggest stage. Making his NBA debut on October 17, 2018, against the Phoenix Suns. He posted a solid stat line of 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists in his first taste of NBA action. Just 3 days later, he provided his first glimpse of greatness by exploding for 26 points and 6 rebounds.
All picked up by Gibson, but Luka Dončić has it, and Luka will let her rip. Yes, sir!
Becoming the youngest 20-point scorer in franchise history. In January, he recorded his first career triple-double.
Luka on the bounce, inside to Jordan, and there's the triple-double, the assist.
With 18 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists against the Bucks.
And get a lot of easy baskets.
For 3, baked in! Luka Magic, how did he do that?
Making him the 3rd youngest player in NBA history to achieve defeat. He followed that up with a season-high 35-point triple-double, becoming the first teenager ever to register a 30-point triple-double in NBA history.
He's a fast break, takes it all the way out!
However, despite Luka's brilliance, the Mavericks struggled to translate his performances into wins. With the roster still lacking the talent to compete at a high level, they finished the season 33-49, missing the playoffs. Still, Luka's rookie campaign was one for the history books. He became just the 5th player in NBA history to average at least 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists as a rookie.
Here it is! Corner, Luka! Goes in! How did he do it? How did he do it?
Joining an elite list featuring Oscar Robertson, Tyreke Evans, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan. Luka was also a unanimous selection to the All-Rookie First Team and went on to win the NBA Rookie of the Year award, becoming only the 2nd European player after Pau Gasol and the first Slovenian ever to claim the honor, further cementing his status as one of the league's brightest young stars.
Down to 8, moves on Pummel, tilts it in, hammers it home, Dončić throws down a sledgehammer!
After a historic rookie campaign, Luka entered his 2nd season determined to build on his success, and he set the tone right away.
Outside to Luka, he just put he didn't even have to push minutes.
Dropping 34 points and grabbing 9 rebounds in a season-opening win over the Wizards.
Luka for 30 in the opener, and that is our first appearance of Luka Magic this season. 30 points in the opening game.
In November, he erupted for a then career-high 42 points, alongside his 6th triple-double of the season.
There's Dorian again.
In the very next game, Luka continued rewriting the record books, recording yet another 35-point triple-double, making him the youngest player in NBA history to post consecutive 35-point triple-doubles.
Luka curls around the screen and comes down the lane and smashes it.
His dominance earned him the first Western Conference Player of the Month award, making him the youngest recipient since the league introduced the honor in 2001. December saw even more history. Luka broke the record for the most consecutive games with at least 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, surpassing Michael Jordan's 18-game streak in 1989. He extended the record to 20 games before his streak ended.
Luka against LeBron. Step back three! Bullseye!
Dončić's red-hot start to the season earned him his first NBA All-Star selection, making him the youngest European player ever to start an All-Star game. In March, he recorded his 22nd career triple-double, surpassing Mavericks legend Jason Kidd for the most in franchise history, in just his 2nd NBA season.
For Dallas, they got a little bit room now, thanks to...
And then, March 11th happened.
The game tonight has been postponed. Take your time in leaving the arena tonight and do so in an orderly fashion. Thank you for coming out tonight.
Last night, the league announced it is suspending the rest of its season.
This is crazy. This can't be true. I mean, it's not within the realm of possibilities. It seemed more like out of a movie than reality.
The COVID-19 pandemic forced the NBA to suspend its season, putting Luka's incredible sophomore campaign in doubt. However, the league had a plan. To safely resume play, the NBA created the now famous bubble, and on July 31, 2020, the season resumed in a surreal setting, with no live crowd, only virtual fans displayed on tablets. But regardless of circumstances, Luka continued to shine. He set the tone immediately, recording yet another triple-double, this time with 34 points, 12 assists, and a career-high 20 rebounds, making him the youngest player in NBA history to post a 30-point, 20-rebound, 10-assist game.
Backing him down inside. Luka for the lead for the Mavs with just under 2 to go.
By the end of it all, Luka was the youngest player ever to lead the league in triple-doubles, finishing the season with 17. His dominance propelled the Mavericks to a 43-32 record, securing the 7th seed in the NBA playoffs, their first postseason appearance since 2016. Their reward? A tough first-round matchup against the second-seeded Los Angeles Clippers, led by superstar Kawhi Leonard. But, as always, Luka embraced the challenge, making an unforgettable first impression in his first playoff game, exploding for a record-setting 42 points, the most ever by a player in their postseason debut.
Dončić fakes, leans in, bang shot is good. A 40-point game in his NBA playoff debut.
Despite this heroic effort, the Mavericks fell short, losing 118-110. A few games later, he delivered one of the greatest playoff performances in NBA history. At just 21 years old, Luka became the youngest player ever to record a 40-point triple-double in the postseason.
Spins on Jackson, layup, it's good! 40-point triple-double, and the Mavericks are up 2.
Dropping 43 points, 17 rebounds, and 13 assists, including a game-winning, buzzer-beater three-pointer.
Dončić pulls up, three-pointer, bang! It's good! Dončić wins the game at the buzzer!
To lift Dallas to a dramatic 135-133 overtime victory.
That was something special, one of the best feelings I ever had as a player, and it's just something special, man. This team is something special.
However, despite Luka's brilliance, the Mavericks ultimately fell short, losing the final 2 games and dropping the series 4-2. But Luka's basketball journey didn't stop when the NBA season ended. That summer, he led Slovenia to his first ever Olympic berth at the 2020 qualifying tournament. And in his Olympic debut, he erupted for 48 points in a win over Argentina.
100 points to Argentina, but they were completely and utterly undone by one Luka Dončić.
Tied for the second high scoring performance in a single game in Summer Olympics history, and the most ever in a men's basketball debut. In the semifinals against France, he made history once again, recording just the 3rd triple-double in Olympic men's basketball history, with 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 18 assists.
And Dončić, that's the triple-double rebound, and they have a chance to win here.
Despite his brilliance, Slovenia fell short, dropping out of medal contention. Luka's outstanding performance earned him a spot on the FIBA's All-Star 5 team, joining players like Kevin Durant and Rudy Gobert as one of the tournament's best players. After shining on the international stage, Luka shifted his focus back to the NBA, putting on one electrifying performance after another. He started by dropping a career-high 46 points, along with 12 assists and 8 rebounds, and a victory over the Pelicans.
Dončić spins on a dime and no change for the Pelicans.
Then, a couple months later, he showcased his elite playmaking ability with a career-high 20 assists while adding 31 points and 12 rebounds, becoming just the 4th player in NBA history to record a 30-point triple-double with at least 20 assists, joining the legendary trio of Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, and Russell Westbrook. By the season's end, Luka had reached 5,000 career points, making him the 4th youngest player to hit that milestone. More importantly, he led the Mavericks to a 43-30 record, securing the Mavs the Southwest Division title for the first time since 2010. And with that, Dallas earned the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs, setting the stage for yet another battle with the Los Angeles Clippers. And this time, the Mavericks came out swinging. In Game 1, Luka set the tone with a spectacular 31-point triple-double, leading the Mavericks to a 10-point victory.
Luka spinning, fall away up 1 foot, good for Dončić. What a shot!
Surpassing the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the youngest player ever to notch a playoff triple-double on the road. In Game 5, he delivered a 42-point, 14-assist clinic to will his team to a 5-point victory.
Clippers, 3, Dončić, good, lets it rip from outside.
Now with the series tied 3-3, the Mavs had the Clippers on the ropes. With everything at stake in his first ever Game 7, Luka delivered a legendary performance.
Dončić pulls back, step back 3. It's good! Luka Dončić from way downtown!
Erupting for a playoff career high of 46 points and 14 assists. Yet, despite his brilliance, the Mavericks fell short, eliminated in the first round for the second straight season.
We gave everything. I'm really proud of this team. Obviously, I hate losing. We hate losing, but I'm proud of my team.
Once again, Dončić entered the offseason with the stain of bitter defeat. But this offseason was unlike any before. It was time for a new contract. As one of the league's brightest young superstars, a massive payday was inevitable. And Dončić secured just that. He signed a record-breaking 5-year, $207 million rookie extension, the largest in NBA history at the time.
Really the future face of the NBA, a player everybody expects to win multiple MVPs, perhaps even championships, is now locked up in Dallas.
With his future financially secured, it was time again for the NBA season. He had a slower start to this season than in previous years, hampered by calf and wrist injuries early on. But when February arrived, he took his game to another level.
Luka show. Oh my!
Delivering a career-best 51-point performance in a statement win over his nemesis, the LA Clippers.
And it is Luka. And he puts the defense in a world of hurt again!
By the end of the regular season, Dončić had put together another stellar campaign, averaging 28.7 points, 9.1 rebounds, and 8.7 assists per game. Under first-year head coach Jason Kidd, he led the Mavericks to a 42-30 record, securing the 4th seed in the NBA playoffs, which set up a first-round showdown with the Utah Jazz. In a cruel twist of fate, Luka suffered an injury in the final game of his regular season, forcing him to miss the first 3 games of the playoffs. But once he returned, he wasted no time making his presence felt.
Points and multiple turnovers. Dončić lighting the lamp again.
Delivering back-to-back 30-point triple-doubles and leading the Mavericks past the Jazz in 6 games.
For the first time since 2011, when the Mavericks won the title, they are advancing in the playoffs.
But his next opponent would be his toughest test yet, the top-seeded Phoenix Suns. Luka started this series like a man on a mission.
Shooting, spinning, shooting, scoring, counted for 2.
In Game 1, he erupted for 45 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists in a narrow loss, followed by a 35-point performance in Game 2.
Melting into the defense, the front there, he got it in a foul!
In another losing effort, but the Mavs bounced back, winning the next 2 games off the back of a modest 26 points for Dončić. Yes, modest by his standards.
But here's Dončić from downtown, splash!
After a lopsided loss in Phoenix and a resilient bounce-back victory in Dallas, the series stood at 3-3, setting the stage for a decisive Game 7. With everything on the line, Luka and the Mavericks delivered a statesman's performance.
27-point lead, down goes Johnson, 3, Luka, bullseye! Oh no, they're shredding him!
Dismantling the Suns, with Dončić delivering 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists all in just 3 quarters.
And a step back.
It ain't right. It is not right what Luka is doing to the Phoenix Suns.
Leading Dallas to a commanding 123-90 victory.
I mean, I know we were the underdogs. Everybody had the Suns on to win this one, but like I say, you know, the whole locker room believed.
Were you aware at halftime you had as many points as the Suns?
Yeah, of course.
The win propelled the Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals for the first time since 2011, setting up a showdown with Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. However, this series didn't go as the Mavericks had hoped, as they must have just one win against the eventual NBA champions.
They're on their feet, and their Warriors are going to the NBA Finals again.
Throughout the postseason, Dončić was the heart and soul of Dallas, leading the team in points, rebounds, and assists 10 times, the most ever in a single playoff run.
And Luka, step back jack, and it is gone!
Which brings us to the 2022-2023 season, a year that didn't bring much team success for the Mavericks, but saw Luka reach new heights individually, and from the very start, he was unstoppable.
Against Ben Simmons. Oh, what a flip! And Klima! A fancy finish, but an even fancier pass.
Kicking off the season with an electrifying scoring spree, dropping 30 or more points in each of his first 9 games.
And he scores on the drive. What a first half this dude is putting on. That is 30.
In doing so, he became the first player in NBA history to record 200-plus points, 50-plus rebounds, and 50-plus assists through the first 6 games of the season. During this incredible stretch, he also surpassed 7,000 career points, becoming just the 4th player in NBA history to reach that milestone in fewer than 270 games, joining an elite club alongside Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, and LeBron James. But his most jaw-dropping moment came in December, when he delivered one of the greatest performances in NBA history. Against the Knicks, he exploded for a then career-high 60 points and a personal best 21 rebounds.
Bullock has returned to the game. And here's Luka, three-pointer over Julius Randle. Yes, sir!
Becoming the first player ever to record a 60-point, 20-rebound triple-double.
21 rebounds, 47 minutes played, and now 60 points for the first time in Mavericks history.
It was also just the second 60-point triple-double in league history.
It's still loose. Luka got it back. An improbable comeback by Dallas to tie.
And passed Dirk Nowitzki for the most 50-point games in franchise history at just 23 years old. By season's end, Dončić piled up staggering scoring numbers, averaging 32.4 points per game, breaking Marc Aguirre's franchise record for the most 30-point games in a season. However, despite Dončić's individual brilliance, the Mavericks finished with a disappointing 38-44 record, missing the playoffs entirely. For Luka, it was a frustrating setback. But with Dallas acquiring superstar Kyrie Irving midway through the season, he now had another elite talent on his team he could lean on. With a revamped roster and renewed determination, the Mavericks were in their best position to chase a championship since Luka's arrival. In just his second game of the new season, Dončić erupted for 49 points, drilling a career-high 9 three-pointers.
Got it from Klima, again late in the clock, in desperation.
Later that season, in December, Luka recorded the 60th triple-double of his career, exploding in the first half with 29 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists, becoming the first player in NBA history to post a 25-point triple-double before halftime.
Lock time. Yes.
And there's the long yes. He's got the first half triple-double!
Just weeks later on Christmas Day, Dončić gave his fans a nice holiday gift by torching the Phoenix Suns for 50 points and 15 assists.
Dončić, deep three, got it! And Luka Dončić hits 10K!
Becoming the fastest active player and quickest since Michael Jordan to reach 10,000 career points. His scoring explosion also tied for the third most points ever recorded on Christmas, trailing only Bernard King and Wilt Chamberlain. In January, he had the game of a lifetime, going straight up nuclear for a mind-boggling 73 points and a narrow 5-point win over the Atlanta Hawks.
Here's the step back for a new Maverick record!
Setting a new Mavericks franchise record and becoming just the fourth player in NBA history to score 72 or more points in a single game.
Keeps the dribble alive, all the way to the hoop, scoop to the hoop with a ball! Points 71 and 72!
Not only that, but he also became the first player ever to score at least 70 points while shooting 75% or better from the field, making it the most efficient 70-point game in NBA history. With each passing game, it became clearer. Dončić wasn't just rewriting Mavericks history, he was etching his name among the game's all-time greats. By the end of the regular season, Luka had secured his name in history as the first European ever to win the NBA scoring title, and only second international player to do so. He finished with jaw-dropping averages of 33.9 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 8 assists per game, earning him third in the season's MVP race and his fifth consecutive All-NBA first-team selection. But perhaps more importantly, Dončić led the Mavericks to a 52-32 record, securing the Southwest Division title and clinching the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Armed with the experience and lessons from previous seasons, Luka felt he was finally ready to make a serious run at the NBA championship. And unlike past years, he no longer had to shoulder the entire scoring load. This time, he had his co-star Kyrie Irving and a well-balanced team around him, a crucial ingredient for any title contender. They opened the playoffs against a familiar foe, the Los Angeles Clippers. With revenge on their minds, they took care of business, eliminating the Clippers with a decisive 4-2 series victory.
The Dallas Mavericks defeat the Los Angeles Clippers 114-101 in Game 6, and they move to the conference semifinals.
While Dončić didn't need to drop 40 points per game like in previous matchups, he remained the team's driving force, consistently leading the charge and setting the tone for their success.
Step back three.
Next up was the top-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder, a team loaded with young superstars. But despite OKC's talent, their inexperience was no match for the Mavericks' veteran savvy. Dallas took control of the series, dispatching the Thunder in 6 games.
And the Dallas Mavericks, for the second time in 3 years, are going to the Western Conference Finals!
And Dončić was at his best when it mattered most, delivering 3 consecutive triple-doubles in the final 3 games.
Dončić waits, now fires, counts a 3!
Propelling the Mavericks into the Western Conference Finals, where they would battle Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. In a hard-fought series, Dončić again rose to the occasion.
Dončić fakes, bumps, fires, good! Oh, man. Big shot!
He recorded yet another playoff triple-double in Game 2, sealing the win with a clutch game-winning 3-pointer.
Dončić maneuvers for the lead. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
Despite some really close affairs, Dallas proved to be the superior team, wrapping up the series in just 5 games, with Luka capping it off with a masterful 36 points, 10 rebound performance in Game 5.
Dončić again, another 3. Got it! He's a flamethrower! He is on fire! 20 points!
Leading the Mavericks to just their 3rd NBA Finals appearance in franchise history.
The Western Conference champions are the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to the NBA Finals. They'll take on the Boston Celtics.
If you follow the NBA in any capacity, you know what happens next. Boston proved to be too much to handle, defeating Dallas in 5 games and snatching the championship away from Luka's grasp. It wasn't for lack of effort though. In Game 1, Dončić dropped 30 points and grabbed 10 rebounds, becoming the first player since Tim Duncan to record a 30-point double-double in his finals debut.
Well, they've missed their last 6. Dončić tries another 3. Got it! Luka Dončić now with 27.
And in Game 2, he made Mavericks history, becoming the first Dallas player ever to record a triple-double in a finals game, finishing with 32 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists.
Dončić goes with Brown, stops again, 1-footer, rattles it home. He right now is unstoppable.
Despite the heartbreaking ending, Dončić had a historic postseason. He led all players in total points, rebounds, and assists, becoming just the second player in NBA history to finish as the playoff leader in all 3 categories. The sting of defeat was undeniable. Luka had come so close to achieving his lifelong dream, only to watch it slip away. But one of the greatest things about sports, there is always another season on the horizon, a fresh start, a new opportunity. And as the new season began, everything in Dallas seemed business as usual. Fresh off their most successful campaign since their 2011 championship, the Mavericks appeared poised to build on last season's momentum and make another run at the NBA Finals. And Dončić started the year in typical fashion, posting 40-point triple-doubles left and right.
Outside, what a pass, Washington! Oh! That was beautiful!
But on Christmas Day, he suffered an injury to his calf that left him sidelined for the entire month of January. So things were quiet in Luka land, just rehabbing his injury, anticipating his return, until everything changed.
Massive trade happening in the NBA right now. The Dallas Mavericks are trading Luka Dončić, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis.
Ain't no way. There's no possible way that the Dallas Mavericks are trading a 25-year-old.
I mean, I thought my phone was hacked when I got the text messages with the details of the trade.
He averaged 34 last year. He's career 28-point-per-game scorer, universally recognized as one of the top 5 players in the world.
In a blockbuster deal, Dončić, along with others, was sent to LA in exchange for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and the 2029 first-round pick. The trade was instantly regarded as one of the most significant and unexpected in NBA history, marking the first time 2 reigning All-NBA players had been swapped for each other mid-season. For Luka, the trade was nothing short of a blindside.
I had to check it was April 1st. I didn't really believe it at first. And it was a bit shock. It was hard moments for me. It was home.
And just like that, Luka's journey in Dallas had come to an abrupt, stunning end. And a new chapter, one that no one saw coming, was about to begin in Los Angeles. And just like always, Luka has made an immediate impact. Off the court, Dončić enjoys a life of modest luxury. In 2020, he purchased his first home in the US, a $2.7 million mansion in Dallas. And like many top NBA stars, Luka has his own signature shoe deal, signing a multi-year endorsement contract with Air Jordan, which produces his exclusive Jordan Luka. In recent years, Luka has also started a family of his own. In July 2023, he proposed to his longtime girlfriend, Anna Marie. And just months later, in December, the couple welcomed their daughter, Gabriella, into the world. At just 25 years old, Luka Dončić's career is still in its early stages, yet he has already achieved feats that most players can only dream of. Now, with a fresh start in LA and added motivation from his former team, the sky is truly the limit for the Slovenian superstar.